Hi, today we are going to start a new program to create a function block. With structured text, we can define it as daily schedule. So let's create a function block. Again, a function block is a box with inputs and outputs. We need to define all the inputs and outputs before developing the logic. So first information we need to understand as an input in our function block. For example, RDC hour, it is in signed integer. Another variable, call it as an RDC hour. Then an RDC min, again in signed integer. We also need the start time parameters, start hour and start min, both in signed integers. And the end time parameters, end hour and end min, again in signed integers. In this case, the output should be on. You see with the logic that we are going to develop right now using structured text, once you create this function block, you can use it several times a very nice way. With this, we need to convert all the hours to minutes. We're going to convert everything to minutes. Then we will need some additional variables here, internal variables only. Let's call this start time min. Let's use start time min, then end time min. And then we have also this one here, current time min. All of them are UNT. Then, of course, we need an output. This is the schedule output. It will be an unsigned integer. We'll call it schedule out. We'll use 0 for false and 1 for true. Let's start coding. Start time min equals start hour multiplied by 60 to convert to minutes plus start min. Okay, another one. Let's now create the end time min. It will receive end hour multiplied by 60 plus end min. This is the reason why it's good to keep your variables with standard names. Then let's convert the RDC time. Current time min equals an RDC hour multiplied by 60 plus an RDC min. Then let's detect if the start time will cross midnight or not. If start time min is less than end time min, then let's start another test. If current time min is greater than or equal to start time min and current time min is less than end time min, then schedule out will receive true. Otherwise, schedule out will receive false. And if we need to test now, if the start time crosses midnight, else if start time min greater than end time min then. Let's test again. If current time min is greater than or equal to start time min, or current time min is less than end time min then. Schedule out will receive true. Otherwise, schedule out will receive false. Else, if these conditions are not true, for example, here we use the less than and greater than only. And if these two conditions are not true, if, for example, they are equal, then schedule out will receive false. And if. Okay, here we have a common situation. When you have the start time lower than the end time, it's easier to work because your time doesn't cross midnight. But if you have the start time greater than the end time, then you need to consider if you're before midnight or after midnight. That's the condition here. Let's compile to check if we have any issues. Okay, after that our function block daily schedule is ready to be used. Now, let's move to the live debug to better understand how the program works. First, we start the simulation environment. Once the simulation is running, we activate the live debug mode. This allows us to monitor the variables in real time. We can observe how the values change during execution. By doing this, we clearly see how the control logic responds. This step helps us verify that the program is working correctly.